Guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. Hope you guys are staying safe. Hope everything's good from your end. Guys, we had a thriller. You know what? I'm actually really disappointed that I actually watched the Ryan Garcia fight and not watched this one. Sebastian for Fundora against Ericksen Lubin. Great fight. Great fight. It was kind of a beatdown, but it had twists and turns, which made it a thriller of a fight. You know, you thought 1 minute, Fundora was battering him. And then next minute, Ericksen Lubin showed a lot of heart, man. The state of Ericksen Lubin's face at the end of that fight was, oh man, he was a mess. And I wish him all the best. I wish him a speedy recovery, man. That was a serious beat down from Fundora. Fundora is a freak of nature. He's like 6'6" or whatever he is. He's massive. 154 pounder. God knows how he makes the weight, man. That's heavyweights are that height. God knows how this dude makes that weight, man. This guy is huge. Like, not so much is obviously his structure isn't going to be big if he's 6'6" and fighting at 154 pounds. But in terms of like how tall he is, the guy's a serious problem. And he's like, he's really thin and really skinny, but you'd expect him to be really thin and really skinny for a guy that's 6'6" and making 154 pounds. There's not exactly a lot of meat on him, but he's big. You know what I mean? He's big in terms of height, and this is going to be a guy that's going to be take some beating. I don't know how long he's going to stay at that weight. Surely he's going to have to move up sometime. Surely he can't be putting his body under that kind of stress and making that kind of weight. But yeah, I don't even know how he makes it, full stop. I don't even know how he makes, like, even to make even middleweight, right? 6'6" is like, I don't know if there's been a 6'6" middleweight. Has there? I don't even know if there has. Like, Tommy Hearns must have been like 6'1", and he was like a freak, and this guy's 6'6". He is huge. The size of him, like, he was like towering over Ericksen Lubin, man. The guy is a monster. And his performance, man, he beat down Ericksen Lubin. Absolutely beat him down. That was a cracking fight. But Lubin came back in the 7th round, hurt Fundora. And then Fundora was down, and you thought, oh my God, is Ericksen Lubin going to pull this out of the bag? Then Fundora managed to regroup and rally, and then he started putting a beating on Ericksen Lubin. And in the 9th round, I believe the corner said enough's enough. They never threw in the towel, but they didn't let him go out for the next round, and probably rightfully so, because the state of his face, he literally restructured his face. It was a bad beatdown, and Fundora. That dude is going to take some beating. He absolutely, like, really, I know we got put down, but he absolutely destroyed Ericksen Lubin. Like, it was, he battered him. And I know Lubin put him down, but literally destroyed him. It's like Tyson Fury and Wilder. Wilder put him down in that fight, but Fury just destroyed him in the end. And that's what Fundora did. He absolutely destroyed him. Fundora is a problem. Now, I have my doubts here against Fundora against Charlo, because Charlo's a very strong, big punching guy, and if you're getting put down by Ericksen Lubin, the fight with just someone like Jamel Charlo is that would be an interesting fight. Maybe the winner of like Jesse Vargas, Liam Smith. I think if Liam Smith wins, maybe Liam Smith might. I don't know whether Liam Smith would take that fight, but I don't know whether someone like Liam Smith could beat someone like Fundora's massive. He's a big problem, like, for anybody, because Lubin is a really good fighter. He's a guy that I've rated for a very long time. I think since he got knocked out by Jamal Charlo, I think he went under the radar and everyone started underrating him. And, a lot of people thought that Lubin was going to win this fight. And Fundora really put a beat down on him. I know he got put down, but I still think the way he came back and the way he beat up, the state of his face, like, he literally beat him down. Now, Terence Crawford made a comment about, something about a cheat code, or, I think if I'm not mistaken, I think he said something about him being, or assuming that, not assuming, but saying something that, he's kind of like a weight bully. And I've said this about guys before. Now, I don't know how much this guy rehydrates, but a 6'6" guy, at 154, he's a freak of nature. But you'd have to say he's got a massive advantage over everyone he fights. Firstly, he's got a massive reach, height advantage over everybody. He's just a freak. So he's got a serious advantage over all of these guys, and he's going to take some beating. That's why I think he's going to take some beating. You've almost got a huge advantage. Like, you normally see these type of advantages at heavyweight, but normally at, the smaller weight classes, you don't really see that kind of, size difference. How bigger was he compared to Lubin? What was he, like 7 inches? How many times at lower weight classes do you see a guy that's 7 inches taller than the guy that he's fighting at a lower weight class? At heavyweight, yes. If you got someone like Fury and you got someone like, Takam or someone, yeah, you can see it. But even then, it's rare. At heavyweight, it's rare. More often than not, heavyweights are quite big. So, like majority of the average heavyweight today is 6'3". So even if Fury's 6'7", 6'8", 6'9", he's only 6'5" inches, but they can make that up because they're big and powerful. So one punch, normally the guys that are 6'3" are massive. If they land something, they can wipe even a 6'9" guy out. But when it comes to the lower weight classes, having that kind of height and size advantage, that's going to be difficult. That's going to be difficult to make up. Do you know what I mean? And I know, I know Lubin put him down, but the way, Fundora was able to rally and come back, and just the state of Ericksen Lubin's face, he was a mess. Like, he had been truly what I would say brocked up. He had been battered from pillar to post. So Fundora is a problem at 154. And I'd even go as far at 160, those guys are a bit beefier. But again, he could be a problem there because look how big he is. Look, even there, he would have a massive advantage. And if he, like I said, if he's got like a good chin, which obviously got put down, but he came back, he's a problem. He's a problem because he's too big. He's too big, and he's probably going to rehydrate to a crazy amount. So Terence Crawford's probably right. The guy is like a bit of a weight bully. These guys, he probably could be fighting at he could probably end up his career at maybe cruiserweight. He's that big. Because even cruiserweights, like Lawrence Okoli's like 6'5". I know Lawrence Okoli's massive, but Lawrence Okoli's 6'5". This guy's Lawrence Okoli's height, man. Or maybe even taller than Okoli. Like heavyweights are that size. Heavyweights are that size. And this guy's fighting at 154. Crazy. Not even like he's fighting at light heavy or something. He's fighting at light middleweight. 154 pounds. How can a 6'6" guy make 154 pounds? That's crazy. That's crazy how a 154 pounder can make, so a 6'6" guy can make 154 pounds. That's ridiculous. And he's going to take some beating because having that size, height, reach, all that advantage, yeah, man, that guy's going to take some beating. That guy is a serious force in that division, and maybe a serious force in the division up and the division up above that as well. If he's got the ability, which he showed he has, Lubin's no joke. And for him to batter Lubin like that, he absolutely obliterated him. Like, the state of Lubin's face, like I said, that it looked like he had been in with a lion. It looked like he'd been in the cage 10, 15 minutes in the cage with a lion. That's how bad his face looked, man. And like I said, I hope Lubin recovers, man. That was a serious beatdown. Beatdowns like that. Some fighters don't recover from beatdowns like that. That was a serious beatdown, And anyone that gets in the ring with Fundora they're gonna have a problem. They're gonna have a serious problem, and that includes everyone in that division. I'm talking your Charlos, your Castanos. Like, imagine him against Castano. Castano's like 5'8", 5'7". Castano, like, I swear Virgil Ortiz is taller than him. Man, that's crazy, man. Imagine if Castano beats Charlo and Fundora against. He'll almost have a foot advantage. Like I believe Castano's like 5'8", 5'7". That means Fundora would have almost a foot advantage over Castano. Like, how can you make that up? I just don't. How can you make that up? If the other guy can fight, how can you make that up? That guy's got a huge advantage. Huge advantage. Yeah, I don't like Fundora's a problem, man. Fundora's a problem. Even Jamel Charlo, he's like 5'11". He's like 5'10" to 6 foot, 5'11", you know. And this guy's like got 6 inches. Yeah, he's a big problem. Height, reach, and all of that plays a massive part, especially at the smaller weight classes. You know, and like I said, his ability to be able to absorb a shot as well, because he's so... But sometimes when you're killing yourself, if he is killing himself, I don't know if he's killing himself to make weight, but if he is killing himself, then obviously your ability to take a shot can be affected. But, you know, the way he was able to come back from, you know, that fight against Lubin and then just carry on where he left off, you know, and just battered him. Yeah, man, that guy's a serious force. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, guys, about Sebastian Fundora and Ericksen Lubin. Leave your thoughts, and I'll see you guys in the next video.